Hello my friends and welcome back to episode 5 of my speed leveling guide of Fractured Online. In the last episode we enchanted our armor and we also enchanted our bow. That means we are now armed to shoot down any opponents. In this episode we are going to kill goblins and we are going to uncover this complete range of question marks. We will visit every single question mark in this area over here. But before we do that, let's make a few preliminary considerations. We will, not in this episode, not even the next episode, but in the episode after next, we will travel to Hardwood. The great thing about Hardwood is that there are creatures whose abilities we need. That means we're going to kill them. The trouble with Hardwood, on the other hand, is that there are wisps there. And wisps are incorporeal. With our bow, which we currently have with us, we do not hit any incorporeal beings. This means that we are already preparing for the fact that we will be on the road with a new bow in 2 episodes. The new bow must be able to hit wisps and it must already be enchanted. We will not craft this new bow ourselves. We definitely don't do that. We'd need a house or have to be citizens of a town. We don't do that. We buy the bow at the market instead. First of all, we're going to search every market in every town that's between our current location and Hardwood. We also like to browse the town's market right here. I don't know what it's named, in your case here it is Wolfburg. Wild Reno in my case, and also search the markets of the towns down here. Also from Bravos and Haven. And in the worst case, the 2 towns over here on the far left. Go to your market and type short bow in the search field. Typing short is sufficient for that matter. Then you search all markets. I've already done so and I discovered that there are cheap bows in Wolfburg. Unfortunately, most of them are made out of the wrong materials, but if you scroll down a bit, you'll find a bow made of dead wood. If you look at the material properties, they are right in the middle. We see hits incorporeal creatures. This is exactly the property we are looking for. The bow must be made of either dead wood or yew. Both types of wood are okay, both provide the required property. Search the markets, choose the cheapest bow and note how expensive the bow is and in which town you can pick it up. A short bow made of dead wood or yew planks. The color of the bow doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all if the bow is grey, green, blue or orange. You can see how cheap the bows are. 600 gold is nothing. You will collect that later within 10 minutes. In my case, I need 600 gold. As I mentioned before, in this episode we are going to kill goblins. Goblins drop 19 to 32 gold each. That means in the worst case I would have to kill about 30 goblins. As with every good bow, our bow of the future must also be enchanted. We collect the materials in this and the next episode. We will enchant the bow with critical hit chance. For this we need 5 zombie brains. We will collect them up here in the next episode. We also need 10 blood veins. We had already collected them before. We will collect them again. And we need 10 goblin tongues. We're going to collect the tongues down here with the goblins today. As the second enchantment, we select critical hit damage. We've already enchanted that for the current bow, but this time we're going to use slightly different materials. We take 5 honey nail mushrooms or 5 penny bun mushrooms. Maybe you still have some in the bank, check that. We also need 5 zombie brains and 10 arnica. We have also already collected the arnica. Maybe you still have some in the bank. Otherwise, in the next episode on the way to the zombies you ride through the forest here, there is arnica. The zombies that you will kill in the next episode will also drop 19 to 32 gold each. That means in my case, I need 600 gold. I will have to kill a maximum of 30 of these mobs. I've said enough. Let's jump on the back of our horse and first ride to the fireplace to fill up your energy bar. Check again if you have 10 stones and 5 branches for a campfire. Depending on how many goblins you want to kill, you need a campfire down there. Don't worry too much about food. I have 12 sausages with me now. That's already way too much. The goblins drop food. Have a sausage now so that you can start your journey fully saturated. We ride now to this corner where the road intersects the ridge. If you find blood vein along the way, collect it. You need 10 of them. When you get to the right spot, dismount and activate all your passive abilities. Here are already the first goblins waiting for you. Just shoot them down. Use your net and, if necessary, also use the bandages. If you find poison paste, drag and drop it onto your bow to deal more damage for the next 100 shots. After getting familiar with the goblins and after figuring out how much damage they deal and how much damage they can take, slowly move towards the first question mark. Walk slowly, you have all the time in the world and you need these goblin tongues anyway, and you also need the gold. The goblins should no longer be a problem at all due to your healing regeneration. Be sure to use the web for the goblin with the 2 daggers, otherwise if he gets too close to you, he will blind you, causing you to deal drastically less damage. Always keep him at a distance. Really, only take the tongue and the gold from the goblins. Once you spot the first goblin camp, just move to the second camp to the right. Once you've collected enough tongues, you don't need to collect any more tongues, you only need 10 of them. It is up to you how many goblins you end up killing here. These are easy enemies. If you enjoy this, kill as many goblins as you want. Alternatively, just kill enough goblins to collect the 10 tongues and the gold for the bow. I have collected enough gold, so I mount my horse and just ride to the remaining question marks. Of course, if you find blood vein along the way, collect them and then ride to the final question mark. If you are standing in front of a cliff and don't know how to get up there, click once on the top of the cliff, only once. The pathfinding system will then automatically let you walk to the clicked point. Then, when you have collected the last point of interest, this one gave 1000 knowledge points, then you can ride back to your town. If you feel like it, kill a few more goblins along the way. After all, they give knowledge points. When you arrive in town, rest at the fireplace and edit your talent preset. Buy as many talents as you can afford. You should be able to afford at least 3 talent points. All newly purchased points are placed in the yellow branch of the talent tree for more damage. Then check the bank how far we are, enchanting material wise. In my case I collected the honey nail mushroom, the blood veins and all of the goblin tongues. We will collect the remaining materials all in the next episode. And this brings us to the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked the episode, please press the like button. And if you want to see more videos in the future, subscribe to my channel. Until then, be well and take care.